Good evening, and welcome to the inaugural meeting of the 2018 to 2022 City of Parksville Council. Before we proceed to this evening's agenda, I wish to recognize the people of the Coast Salish Nations and their traditional territory, upon which we gather with gratitude. I am pleased to recognize our newly elected Mayor and Council and their families, friends, and many guests attending here this evening. On behalf of staff, we look forward to supporting you as you develop and implement your vision for our community over the next 4 years. I will now officially call the meeting to order. We will begin with singing the national anthem, sung by Mrs. Kendra Conserado.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Kendra. Everyone may now take their seats. At this time, I will call upon Dr. Paul Hawks, lead pastor at the Parksville Fellowship Baptist Church, to give the blessing.
Let's pray. Sovereign God, thank you for your concern for those who live in Parksville, evident today by your provision of this leadership for our community. We do pray now for those you have placed in authority over us, for Mayor Mayne and Councillors Frost, Patterson, Greer, O'Brien, Chandler, and Wilson, that you would give each of them wisdom and understanding in regards to the many issues that will come across their desks, and patience for the many people that will come to them with ideas and concerns. When they make decisions, may they make them with equity and fairness and rightness. Father, give them insight into the social and environmental issues of our community. Give them financial clarity and an ability to make wise decisions in regards to the issues facing our community, not just on matters of immediate concern, but on matters that reach years into the future. I pray that this council will be known for its cooperative spirit and its cohesiveness as a team, that their individual experience and gifts and opinions would lead them to better clarity on the things that they will face and the solutions that they will need to find together. Make each of them good listeners of those that they serve. And we also pray for the senior staff that will work alongside them, that their help and expertise on various matters would be welcomed, and then when decisions are made by this council, that they would be given the resources and ability to carry them out in an expeditious manner. I pray these things so that we, all the residents of Parksville, from the youngest to the oldest, might live peaceably and quiet lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Dr. Hawks. As newly elected officials, the Mayor and Council-elect must now make an oath or solemn affirmation to undertake the responsibilities bestowed upon them by their election to this office. I will now ask Mayor-elect Mayne to accompany me to the front to swear the Mayor's oath of office. Mayor-elect Mayne, please ask you to put your hand on the Bible and swear your oath aloud.
I, Edgar Mayne, do solemnly swear that I am qualified to hold the office of mayor for the city of Parksville, to which I have been elected. I have not, by myself or any other person, knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interests to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interests I have in a matter and will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect of the matter.
Ask you to sign the oath of office. I will now present you with the chain of office.
Good job.
Congratulations, Marie.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
At this time, I am going to request that all of the councillors-elect join me at the front for their oaths of office.
Might be a good idea. All right.
Okay, I'll take that. Thank you.
So anybody who wishes to use the Bible, if they can please grab. And we're going to ask you to read the oath aloud as a group, and then we'll have you take your seats and actually sign the oath.
I am qualified to hold the office of councillor for the city of Parksville, to which I have been elected.
I have
I have not by myself or any other person knowingly contravened the Local Government Act respecting vote buying or intimidation in relation to my election to the office. I will faithfully perform the duties of my office and will not allow any private interest to influence my conduct in public matters. As required by the community charter, I will disclose any direct or indirect pecuniary interest I have in the matter and will not participate in the discussion of the matter and will not vote in respect of that matter.
I would like to congratulate Mayor and councillors for the 2018 to 2022 Council for the City of Parksville.
Pardon? Oh, sure. All right, thank you. Am I all here? I felt like I'm in the corner here. Nope. Let me get feedback. Okay, there we go. Prior to my inaugural address, I will ask for a mover and a seconder for the recommendation. And the recommendation is that the November 5th, 2018 inaugural council meeting and agenda be approved. So moved by Councillor Greer, seconded by Councillor Patterson. Are there any errors or omissions? All those in favor? Opposed? I guess we're carried. Thank you. On behalf of council and myself, I'd like to welcome all of you to this wonderful evening. To start with, there are a few thank yous and acknowledgements that cannot go without saying. I would like to thank the staff here at City Hall. They have done an amazing job at not only making us feel welcome, but also at helping get our feet underneath ourselves so we could start moving forward. And of course, I would like to acknowledge the efforts of the previous council. Unless you have done this job, you can't understand the amount of time you spend in doing it, or the amount of angst you go through on almost every decision that's made. Then there's the time away from your family and hours reading reports and background information. And whether you are in agreement or not, with the decisions made, we have to say a large thank you for putting themselves out there to help our community, and they should be acknowledged for their efforts. So I'd like to have a round of applause for the previous. I'd like to say right up front how fortunate I feel to be able to work with these fine people on this council. I believe that this council could be the strongest group of individuals we've seen in many years in Parksville. And talk about eager. I've had to practically tie them down to keep them from getting started before we were sworn in tonight. What this council lacks in experience, they will more than make up for in unbridled enthusiasm. I can guarantee you that this council will never, ever be accused of not doing anything. We have a full 4 years of work in front of us, and we all want is to start our journey first thing tomorrow morning. I ask that you all join us on this journey, one that will make Parksville the envy of Vancouver Island and beyond. A journey that will make us all proud to be residents of Parksville. We have just come through a very bumpy time where our population has become divided, and as a result, the voters of Parksville have spoken in a way that we have never heard before. It is now up to this council to work as a team and bring our community back together again. No matter which side of this discussion you have been on, and the reality is that 222 Corfield is still the elephant in the room and has been the cause of this division. Fortunately, it is quickly coming to a close. If we are going to move forward with our upcoming agenda, we have to put this behind us. We are now at a crossroads where we can either all work together, making this town all that it can be, or we can spend our time writing letters to the editor and on the internet and spending another 4 years of getting nothing done. We can take the bull by the horns and make those hard decisions that need to be made. We as a council know which way we are going. We will immediately begin to work on becoming transparent and opening up communications with the residents of Parksville, beginning with coffee with the mayor. I want to invite all of you to come in and we can talk. We can talk about anything you want. It doesn't have to be about politics. It doesn't have to be about the city. It can be about sports. It could be about anything. I just like to talk, so come on in and have a conversation with me. We're going to start off having a meeting every Thursday, 2 to 4 o'clock, and then as the questions start to quiet down, which they no doubt will come the new year, then we will start to go every second Thursday. So we're going to start next Thursday, as I said. I've asked staff to put together the Mayor's Roundtable. We are targeting January the 19th, depending on the availability of the hall, etc. If this works the way we are anticipating, we look forward to extracting our business or strategic plan for the upcoming years, using your input wherever possible. I would hope that if you get an invite to participate, that you make every effort to provide your views. This is an important part of you having a say on where your town is going in the future. I've also asked staff to look at holding a few council meetings out and amongst the community, in church halls and school auditoriums, wherever we can find a facility that can hold a small crowd. We want you to witness your government in action and to understand the reasoning of why some of the decisions are made the way they were. It's always been said that the municipal government is the level of government that has the most direct effect on you and your family. We want you to be aware of what we are doing and why we're doing it. As a council, we will want to bring in an era of respect. We will treat everyone we are dealing with the utmost of respect. But in return, we expect to be treated the same way. Your council will be working very hard to do what is best for the community. And just because you don't agree with them does not give anyone the right to personally attack them. They are doing this job because of their love of the community. You will see a whole new attitude around the council table. During our meetings, both sides of a debate will listen fairly and quietly to each other, allowing each to give their opinions, even when they are vehemently opposed to what is being said. Everyone will be heard. The last thing I will say on this is that council's decisions will always be based upon looking out for the next generation and not for the next election. It will be my goal to ensure that all politics will be taken out of every decision that we make. Our decision will be made for the right reasons, not for political ones. There are some very hot topics coming up, and we will see the philosophical differences coming to the surface during these discussions. The community is split on wanting to stay the same or wanting to grow, wanting to attract young families, or remaining a retirement community that it has been. Should we create employment here or become a bedroom community for jobs in Nanaimo and Port Alberni? There are no wrong answers for these points, just different shades of right. We will listen to everyone from all sides of the discussions before we make a decision. We have so much more to gain in Parksville, and I believe that we can achieve most of what we are all looking for. It will take time and persistence with an open mind. There are times when you will be angry with us, and other times when you will think we are brilliant. But just wait, because eventually those opinions will reverse themselves over the next 4 years. On behalf of Council, we want to thank you for your support in the recent elections. And even if you didn't vote for us, please work with us and make Parksville a better place for you and your families. We need to work together to make Parksville a place to be proud of. Thank you very much. All right, 2019 council appointments. Council appointments for the period of November 6, 2018 to November 3, 2019. Do I have a mover and a seconder for the recommendation? The recommendation is that council approve the council appointments for the period of November 6th, 2018 to November 3rd, 2019 as attached to Schedule A to this report. Moved by Mayor Councillor Wilson, seconded by Councillor O'Brien. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. I wish to take this opportunity to acknowledge our RCMP Honor Guard for this evening, Staff Sergeant Mark Pelletier and Auxiliary Constable Mike Daly. They did a great job. My sincere thanks to Josh Diedelman of the Mount Aerosmith Pipe Band and singer Kendra sorry. Yes, it is. I apologize. Yeah, Coserato. And I wrote it out here so that I would get it right. And thank you to Pastor Hawks of the Parksville Fellowship Baptist Church for our blessing. Finally, I wish to invite everyone to join members of council for light and fresh refreshments. And do I have a mover and a seconder for adjournment? Moved by Council.